Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? I double-checked today, and I know for a fact today is Friday. That's right. It is Friday, October 26, 2018, the first and the last time it'll ever be Friday, October 26, 2018. So we got to make sure we take advantage of this incredible day that we have in front of us. Don't you guys agree? I think you guys agree. Man, welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I'm really excited that you guys are here. I'm really excited. Hold on. Sorry, I had to use a new notepad. It's getting in the way of my microphone here. So I'm excited that you guys are here, and I'm excited that I'm here with you this morning, and I'm excited that I got a little energy here with you this morning, because I got to be honest with you. Last night, I was exhausted, man. I was so tired. I think the change from the last couple weeks, from me leaving Dan Cummins and trying to figure out what the next chapter looks like and what it looks like for my family, what it looks like for my life, the opportunities that I'm going to jump on, the ones that I'm going to pass on. I think that it all just crazy weighing on the mind. I've been riding this emotional high for the last couple weeks, just trying to figure everything out, and I was utterly exhausted. I mean, utterly exhausted last night. I was just, at one point I was at my son's soccer game. I'm sitting out in the car and I'm just like, holy smokes, man. I can't even keep my eyes open. I was just so tired. So I went to bed a little bit early last night, but I've got to tell you, even though I was utterly exhausted, it has been so incredibly worth it, man. It has been so incredibly worth it. I have learned so much about myself in the last couple weeks. It's been crazy. I have had so much time for books. I've had time for video. I think I've done 3 audio books in the last 3 weeks. I did Gary V's Crush It. I did Gary V's Crushing It. And I did one other book. Peak Performance and Peak Performance. So I've done 3 audiobooks. I've done tons of videos. I've been doing just all kinds of learning, right? A ton of learning. And I've been asking myself some in-depth questions and having some really in-depth conversations with some incredible people. Right? And so it's just been a learning, just tons of learning. And then all of the messages from you guys. I've gotten tons of voicemails, emails, messages on Facebook, all of these messages. I still haven't even been able to go back and answer all of the messages. There's been so many. And then all the different opportunities that have poured at me. I've just had time to really absorb all of that and be holy crap, man. I am valued. I am an asset. I do have skills and things that I can share with people. And I am making an impact. I even met, it's crazy, I even met with some theater friends of mine. I met with some theater friends of mine yesterday, and we discussed the possibilities of creating a screenplay and telling a story and doing things a little bit unique and a little bit different in a way that can make an impact on this planet. It's just been a real self-discovery period, if you know what I mean. It's been a real self-discovery period, and it's just been awesome. It's been awesome. And yes, I was tired. Yes, I was exhausted. But I'm so excited to be here this morning. And honestly, I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I've missed my boys over there at Dan Cummins, man. I've missed my Troy Cords. I missed my Trey Congletons, my Zach Doomies, and my Paul Myers. And I miss my boys out there. I miss my daily dose of Josh Cummins. I'm going to be honest with you. I 100% miss my daily dose of Josh Cummins. But what I have been doing is I have been trying to fill this void, right? I've been filling this void of not having Josh, not having my boys. I've been trying to fill this void and by making some new friends, right? Actually, I've taken kind of some old friends, but I've spent a little bit more time with some new friends that have been pouring into me, one of which is a guy named Dr. Miles Monroe. And see, Miles Monroe, he broke down some things for me that I hadn't really thought about. He broke down some things for me that are just life-changing. like some incredible life-changing stuff for me. And we're going to dive into all that in just a second. But before we do, you know what we got to do. You know what we got to do. Before we dive into all that, that's right. That's right. We're going to do some dancing. That's right. This is how we're feeling this morning. Y'all feel that? Yeah. This is a part of the show where we get our bodies moving a little bit. Do a little bit of chair dancing, right? That's where we get the beat. Oh, y'all feel that? That's what I'm talking about. I can feel that. This is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we can change the way people start the day, we can make an impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes is a little share from you to change their entire day. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, and I need you to say good morning to me. I don't care if you're watching on replay or if you're watching live. I need you to say what's up so that I can see you here. Just like my good friend Beth Workman, how are you this morning? And Dave Clayton, good morning. What's up, Josh Tipton and Janelle Griego? What's up, Ray Hatcher and Josh Negron? Joshua Stifler's in the house. Michael Kelly, how are ya? Leanne Rysmith and Vicky Everett. What's up, Casey Rossitler? What's up, Ryan Smith? What's up, Archie and Naomi? Uh-oh, my man Josh Cummins. I was just talking about how I miss my daily dose of Josh Cummins in my life, and here he is in the hashtag Rise and Grind. Aaron Jones is up in here this morning. Tony Hoffa's in here this morning. Eddie Gilbert's in here this morning, and I don't see him. You know there's one dude I got to call out, but I don't see him. Is he in here? Where's my boy Josh? Oh, let's go. Tammy Kiskaden's up in here. I love it. Jeff Baker's in here. I love it. Mike Johnson's in here. I love it. All right, cool. Y'all are ready. Y'all are ready. I can already tell y'all are ready. Y'all are like, all right, get rid of the music. I'm ready. I'm ready to learn something today, and we're going to learn some powerful stuff today, man. I'm going to tell you. Listen, we've been doing a lot of things with this group lately, right? We've been feeding 100 families. You guys been signing up for that over at GlennLundy.com, which has been awesome. We've had a lot of people. We've had over 2,300 new members added to the group. 2,300 new members added to the group in the last 48 hours, which is incredible. More and more people are watching the show. More and more people are watching live. They're watching throughout the day. So hashtag Rise and Grind is growing, and I just want to take a second and say thank you for that. Thank you for your contribution to that. Thank you for hitting that share button. Thank you for inviting people to the group. Thank you for signing up to feed families. It's truly, truly incredible. It's absolutely incredible what you guys are doing with this group. You're amazing human beings. Now, check this out. So I've been like listening to a lot of people, having a lot of people pour into me. I want to explain a little bit, not explain, but I want to share something with you of why I'm doing that. Check this out.
There's a popular quote going around at the moment. The person you will be in 5 years is based on the books you read and the people you hang around with today. This is quite true, but it applies to everything else as well. The person you will be in the future is based on everything you do today, the people you hang around with, but more so the people you listen to, the opinions you believe, the books you read, or the videos you watch. All the information you take in, positive or negative, will affect your future. The workouts you do or don't do, that will show up in the future. The foods you eat today will affect your future on a visual and energy level. The same is true with your thoughts and information. What you feed your mind will shape your future. If all you do is take in garbage, guess what your future is going to be made up of? Commit to feed your mind with successful thoughts and surround yourself with those who have the same ambition. It doesn't matter where you get your information from. You may read, you may get it from podcasts or videos. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you keep feeding your mind every day. Your future self is begging you to show some discipline. Your future self is begging you not to be like the rest, to learn more than the rest, to work harder and smarter than the rest. Your future self is begging you to do the work now so you can enjoy later. If you don't feed your mind with success, it will rot with mediocrity. What you do every day will dictate your future. What you want out of life, you must put it in. If you want success, put it in there. If you want health and fitness, put it in. If you want peace and happiness, put it in. Your actions will equal your results.
My mind is strong. I am strong. My thoughts are strong. My beliefs are strong. My life is strong. They say I can't, I can. They say I won't, I will. They say I'm not, I am. I am limitless. I am. I am. There's nothing I cannot be, nothing I cannot do, nothing I cannot have. In my mind, there are no limits. I am limitless. There's nothing I cannot.
That's what I've been working on. That's the kind of stuff that I've been doing. I've just been feeding the mind, man. I've been feeding the mind. Like, I've been hanging out with my man, Martin Luther King. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff lately. I've been hanging out with my man, Eric Thomas. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff lately. I've been listening to John Maxwell and Les Brown. These are the guys that I've been filling the void with. I've been filling them with Jim Rohn. I've been filling them with Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor. I've been listening to my man, Norman Vincent Peale. And lastly, and most recently, I came across this guy right here, Dr. Miles Monroe. And Dr. Miles Monroe asked me 5 questions. Dr. Miles Monroe said there are 5 questions, and when I heard these 5 questions, it completely opened my eyes to a whole new world. He said simply, if you know the answers to these 5 questions, you will succeed at life. He said that these 5 questions are the cause of everybody's problems on this planet. He said that these 5 questions are really the root of all evil and the root of all success. It's all about these 5 questions. And when he laid down the 5 questions for me, it touched my soul. It impacted me. It made me understand. And I'm going to share these 5 questions with you guys this morning. I hope you're taking notes. I hope that I know a lot of you guys are working out and things like that. If you need to, go back, because these 5 questions and understanding of the answer to these 5 questions changes everything for everyone, period. Hands down. Are you ready? You guys didn't know we were going to drop it like that, right? Are you ready? Listen, question number 1 that we all need to know the answer to. Question number 1 is, who am I? 3 simple words. Who am I? You see, most people never, ever, ever answer this question. A lot of people don't even ask themselves this question. Who am I? It's a tragedy that 90% of people will die not knowing the answer to who am I. It's a question that you have to ask yourself. Number 2, second question you have to ask yourself, where am I from? Where am I from? Now listen, this has nothing to do with your background. This has nothing to do with your ethnicity. This has nothing to do with, the neighborhood that you grew up in. The question is, where am I from? Now, see, you need to know. It is important that you know and understand the answer to this question, because, see, there's lots of different theories on where you're from, right? There's different ideas of where you're from. People say that we're from monkeys. Some people say that we're from salamanders, and the salamander crawled out and turned into the monkey, and then the monkey turned into a human. Some people say that, and some people believe that. And then there are those of us that believe that we were created by the God of the universe, the God who created all. And so you have to get an answer to that question, where I am from, because not knowing where you're from is going to keep you from being able to go where you need to go, right? So that's question number 2, where am I from? Question number 3, why am I here? Why am I here? Most people do not know the answer to this question. Most people are getting up every day. They're going through the motions. They're doing jobs they hate for wages that don't pay their bills. They're just going through it. They're married to people they don't like. They're raising kids that drive them crazy. Most people don't know the answer to why am I here? And it's a tough question. It's a tough question. But when we talk about why am I here, we're talking about purpose. What is the reason? What resonates with you? What is your passions? Why am I here? Question number 4, what can I do? What can I do? And by what can I do, I'm saying, like, what am I capable of? What are my talents? What can I do on this planet? What can I do in this universe? How many people can I reach? What can I do? 90% of people will die never having achieved more than 10% of what their potential is. You realize that? 90% of people will die without ever having achieved 10% of what they're actually capable of. Because most people don't ask themselves this question. What am I capable of? What can I do? And you got to get an answer to that question. Number 5, the last question that you got to get an answer to, that you need to start working on getting an answer to, is where am I going? What is my destiny? Where am I going? I mean, we all know this. We talk about it. You know, if you jump in your car and you just press the gas pedal and you don't steer the steering wheel, what's going to happen? You're going to collide into something, or you're not going to get anywhere. You have to have a destination. You have to know where you're going. And yet so many of us in this life, we wander around aimlessly with no idea of our destiny. Now, see, most people will struggle with these 5 questions. I struggle with a couple of these 5 questions. There are some of these 5 questions that I know. I know what I'm capable of. I know where I'm from. I'm still trying to define who I am. I still am trying to define who I am. I believe I know why I'm here. And I believe I know where I'm going. But there are some questions I still have to work through myself. I'm working through these. And I challenge each and every one of you in this group. I challenge you to work through these 5 questions. I want you to work through these 5 questions, not like someday, not like somewhere down the road. I want you to take some time. Take some time today. Take some time this weekend. I want you to take some time and dive into these 5 questions. I want you to start answering these questions for yourself. I want you to start looking in the mirror. I want you to start figuring it out. Because I need you to be on fire, people. I need you to be on fire. I am on a mission to blow this thing up and reach out and touch as many lives as humanly possible. I can't do it without you. And so what we've got to do is, as I'm growing and as I'm learning, I'm going to pour it into you guys. And I need you to grow and I need you to learn. And so this weekend, I challenge you to ask yourself those 5 questions. This weekend, I challenge you to take some time and really dive in and say, man, who am I? I challenge you to say, where am I from? I want you to really dive into that. Study, research, open a Bible, open a book, read, learn. Where are you from? I want you to find out, why am I here? I want you to find out, what can I do? What am I capable of? Where am I going? What is my destiny? I want you to study these things because, see, the greatest tragedy in this life is that people live without a purpose, and you must find yours. And people live unsuccessfully, but yet there is success everywhere and all around us. And the biggest difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people is all right here. The 6 inches between the earlobes. That's where it's at. That's the difference between success and struggle, is what you've got going on in the mind. And so you have to answer these 5 questions, man. Listen, I've gotten a lot of messages from people lately. We've stirred up some things in people's spirit lately in this group, and just out in general. I've had a lot of messages. There are things stirring. People are wondering, and there's things going on in our world. There's people struggling, and it's all because these 5 questions, man. It all comes down to these 5 questions. Listen, once you know, think about it this way. The first question, who am I? Once you know who you are, then you know who you're not, right? Once you know who you are, then you know who you're not. So when somebody comes to you and asks you to do something, or you have a decision to make, once you know who you are, you know who you're not. Nah, man, that's not me. Nah, man, that's not my jam. Nah, man, that's not what I do. And it makes it easy to make decisions. Knowing who you are helps you determine who you're not. Once you know where you're from, then you understand your responsibilities. You understand your responsibilities to your birthright. You understand your responsibilities to the kingdom. Once you know where you're from, it changes everything. It changes everything. You see, once you know why you're here, then you start to make decisions that fall in line with that, right? When you ask that question, why am I here? And once you start to understand, okay, I'm here for this reason, once you start to understand that, then all of the decisions you make will fall in line with that, like my decisions to listen to Martin and to Eric and to John Maxwell and to Les Brown and to Jim Rohn and to Tony Robbins and to Bob Proctor and to Norman Vincent Peale and Dr. Miles Monroe. Do you notice a theme here? Do you notice a theme? I know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm here to do, and I've got to follow. I make decisions. I listen to those that are going to be able to guide me in my purpose. They're able to guide me in my passion. You understand? You see, once you know what you can do, once you know what you're capable of, then you won't settle for less. Once you know what you are 100% capable of, you will not settle for less. You just won't. You're like, no, why would you do that? If you're capable of going 150 miles an hour, what are you going to do? You're going to go 150 miles an hour. If that's your capability, you're not going to roll at 20 miles an hour when you're capable of doing more, but you have to know what you're capable of. You have to know what your limit is. You got to know. You got to know what that is. And see, listen, bottom line. Once you know where you're going, once you know where you're going, once you know your destiny, then the journey, the struggles, all the bumps, everything that comes along with it, everything along the way, you start to realize that that's actually the beginning. It's not the end. See, sometimes we go through tragedies, we go through struggles. Sometimes we get stuck and we think, this is the end for me. I can't get through this. But when you know your destiny, when you know what your future looks like, when you know what you were made for, when you understand where you're going and where you're going to end up, then all of those bumps and bruises along the way, that's all they are. They're just speedway. They're just speed bumps. They're just speed bumps on this highway. They're speed bumps on this journey to our destiny. I want you to spend time in these 5 questions this weekend. I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions this weekend. Share in the group. Share in the group. If you get some answers or some things pop up or you have some ideas, share them in the Rise and Grind group. Because listen, you have to understand something. You are this amazing human being, right? Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. You understand that? And so all of these things that you do, every time when you make a post or you comment on somebody else's post, all of these things that you share when you're smiling at someone, when you're studying yourself, when you get to know yourself better, all of these things, they're making an impact. You get that? It's making an impact on your friends. It's making an impact on your family members. It's making an impact on the group. It's making an impact on me. And I, for one, I absolutely love you for it. If nobody has told you yet that today, I want to be the first. I absolutely love you. I do. I do. So please ask yourself these 5 questions. Please dig in deep. Figure out your destiny. Figure out what you're made for. Figure out why you're here. Figure out who you are. Figure out all of those things. And then would you do me a favor and come back here next Monday? I'm gonna take the weekend off. But you come back here on Monday. We'll do this all over again on #Rise and Grind. If you do need more videos for this weekend, though, go to GlennLundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't signed up or committed to Feed a Family yet, or you want to donate $50 so we can do some gifts for Christmas, go to GlennLundy.com. All that stuff's there. But most importantly, please come back Monday morning, 5:30 a.m. as we do it all over again on #Rise and Grind.